Okay. So we're gonna have some fathers, sons, bag talk. Welcome to Connectors Corner, guys. Drew Docker here again. I'll introduce my sons to you guys. This is, introduce yourself.
Andrew Dockery Jr., first one.
The first. And this is?
Aiden Dockery Jr., the second.
You're not a junior.
You're not a junior, dude.
The second. I am the
You're not the
You're
second.
not the
You're the
second.
first, bro.
How am I the first?
Cause you're the only person named
You're the
Aiden.
only Aiden, bruh.
Oh.
Yo, this is about to be wild. Okay, and we have my other side. Jarrell. Let's go. Okay, so yeah, we just having a little little conversation. We call it a little father-son bag talk. So, so what you got for me? Who got a question for me that we can start the conversation on?
Biggest question is, what do you hope to accomplish out of doing this book?
What do I hope to accomplish from the book? Okay, I'll keep it real with you. The book was not even really the focal point, honestly. Like, the goal wasn't to make the book. The book was just supposed to be something
To expand your business.
not necessarily expand it,
Or advertisement.
not necessarily advertise. It was supposed to give me credibility. What I have is I got over 10 years experience in business, right? As an entrepreneur, doing sales. And what I wanted to do was just kind of package the bare surface stuff of what I know or what I've used to build various different six-figure businesses I built. So I wanted to do something to package it together. The best way to do it, to package it, would be the book. So I figured if I do the book, that'll give me some credibility as a business coach to say, okay, well, he's not, Tony Robbins status, but he knows something. So I can take that, have some credibility, and build a community of people who are in sales, who are sales professionals, and people who are entrepreneurs of all different types. So yeah, we're gonna need some, workout gurus. We're gonna need some investors and traders, and then somebody who's getting into graphics and animation. You can do a lot on the business side with that. So that's why I push you to use your gift. You got a gift for that, so you got to use that gift, and we want to make sure we cultivate that. But yeah, it's just really to build that community of professionals that it's like a closed network. Like, my mastermind program is a 5-figure program. So it costs money to get into that program. Most investors is going to take respect for something that they actually put a lot of money to. So when you get into that group, like, let's say I'll pretend you're an adult, okay? So don't say nothing crazy. Just, you a grown dude right now. You're a grown man, all right? Okay, so if we're all from different backgrounds, health and fitness industry, investing and trading industry, graphics and production industry, and then me from just, I would say, as a sales professional, I'm just an entrepreneur, a business coach, and I'll just say business coach, I'm a business coach, right? So we all pay $10,000 to get into a mastermind group. We don't all know each other, right? But we connect. So what can we do together?
Brainstorm.
Exactly. So not only are we brainstorming, once we get to know each other, we start brainstorming. You'll be open to sharing your network with me, because I'm a business coach. You probably know other entrepreneurs, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. So now you'll be like, okay, Drew, I'll connect you with, or Pops, I'll connect you with this person. And, they got a whole business project they're working on. They'll be willing to pay you some money. Okay, cool. I know some fitness folks that's trying to get right. I'll pass you my network, you pass me your network. And you don't have no issues about it because it ain't nothing funny. You know what I mean? Like, if we all spend the same amount of money, we'll all respect each other's investment. So I'm not going to put you in connection with somebody that I wouldn't typically do business with myself. You know what I mean? Because I want to make sure we keep that relationship going. Now, all of us want to learn how to make more money, right? So we will come together. What's good, AJ? Let me see what you got going on investment-wise. What you trading in the market? What's going on with the market? How's the market looking? And we can all get investment ideas from him. Not saying that he doesn't have to be paid for that. And typically you can't, because you have to have certain licensing and all that for sharing information when it comes to investments. But you could at least still get a coaching business started or get something going where we can all get some money together, put it into something. Either you trade for us, put something together like a bot that'll trade for everybody, or you teach how to trade, or all three. And that's how we work. Now we're all in business, right? So we're gonna need some production done. I might need some graphics done. I might need some flyers done. So Aiden is the graphics guy. So we would go to Aiden's like, yo, we need some graphics for the health and wellness business. We need some graphics for this trading business. We need some graphics for my business coaching business. So what can you do? You use your mind and create whatever it is that we can come together with. You will help us out. We will have to pay you for that, of course, because that's his business, right? Now, as we get good results from what he's done for us, we will pass him our networks too. So now they'll go to him and get their production done too. And that's really what the strength of the community is. And that's why I say a lot of people who are, when they go to networking events and they look to network with people for their business, they don't connect with the right people and they don't connect with enough people. So when I go to a networking event, I don't look to meet everybody in the room. And I don't even carry business cards. And there's a reason behind that. I don't carry business cards because I don't want you to feel like I'm just some random person. First of all, has anybody ever given y'all business cards before?
Yeah.
No, not you yet because you're too little. But when you get the business cards, what you do with them?
Just put it in my wall.
Exactly.
Throw it out.
Right.
Yeah,
You never look at the joint
that's
again. And even if it's thick or it got a certain texture to it that might catch your eye, like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. It's a nice card. Still toss that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not even gonna matter at that point. So I'm like, yo, y'all know how much business cards cost?
What?
When a person really puts some effort and some thinking into printing business cards, it could be anywhere, and it's not Vistaprint. Nothing wrong with Vistaprint. I'm not trying to say don't get Vistaprint. You start and you finish wherever you can get involved at. You know what I'm saying? But it's not. I ordered some business cards from a guy one time locally, just to support his business. His business cards was like, I think it was maybe 500 cards, but it was $300. And I didn't even keep the business, which really got me like, yo, that was a waste. Matter of fact, not even gonna cap. I probably still got the business cards now. 6-year-old business cards, 7-year-old business cards, bro, and they're not even. It's just it's pointless to some degree. Now, if you got a card that's intriguing enough to pique somebody's interest, then yeah, I would say get that. But me personally, I talk to people. And I say, hey, what's going on? How's everything? How you doing? Dap them up, treat them like a friend, right? And then what I'll do is, when we finish having our little dialogue, I'll say, hey, would it be okay for us to exchange numbers and connect directly? 9 times out of 10, they say, yeah, sure, what's going on? Okay, here's my number. Do me a favor. I'll give you my number. Shoot me a text, a bounce back text with your full name so I can put you on my phone the right way. I may not even remember their name at that moment, but that helps though with the connection. In their mind, they're like, oh, okay, this dude is real intentional about what he does, which I am intentional, but it's just part of the act of networking. So you get those people connected with you. I got 100 business cards in my stash box or business box that I never even called. And the people probably out of business at this point, a lot of them. But at the same time, the ones that I did get business cards from, and I connected with them directly, like we got each other's contact info. You can call me or text me whenever you need. We still cool. We still, recognize each other, still connect. I saw one of my friends, I hadn't seen her in about 6 years. I think it's been about 6 years. And seen her at a networking event I was at last week and reconnected. And she had me 2 pieces of information. Like she got a business card and then one of them joints you scan.
Oh, QR code.
Yeah, QR code. I'm like, oh, that's sweet. The QR code is sweet.
That's fire.
That's definitely sweet. But I'm just like, how much you pay to get that done?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it just, to me, if you're not gonna make a proper connection with a person, it really don't matter. And that's the whole premise of my business. It's so many people who get involved in businesses and they put all these efforts into, connect with different people. And that was from me doing a whole bunch of stuff, wasting plenty of money. I don't know if you remember them little postcards I had that said "Get Paid Daily." It was black and white. It was a box full of them joints. You don't remember? They used to be all over the house. I know he was too small, but I thought you would remember. But man, I was putting out yard signs. I was putting the postcards on people's cars. It was wild stuff I was doing just to get information out there to have them at least reach out to me. And a lot of times it was empty efforts because I would say campaigns for advertising, mass advertising campaigns. A lot of times it's kind of hard to keep going and get some traction on them. So it's best word of mouth. So I'm better off. Any business I had, I was better off growing through depth. Like I didn't go and meet a whole lot of people or recruit a whole bunch of people to what I was doing. I would recruit maybe 2 or 3 people, maybe 5, and out of the 5, 2 or 3 would be in, and we would just go in. That's how I built my first 6-figure business. And I was looking at the list one time. And I was showing my upline, and he was just looking like, well, he was like, I get you put a lot of product in, you got a large group. He was like, how many of these people did you personally recruit? I'm like, I recruited 3. And he was like, you did all this with 3 people? Whole organization just full of folks, because I showed them how to build it, and everybody was getting paid in my organization. Like folks was making money.
How much?
I can't say how much. Go get me in trouble, bruh. You can't say that. However, it was good money. But even with the way I told him to structure it, the dude I was working with directly, I helped build that organization, he made more than I did. He made more than I did. I got the position and I got the recognition and all that stuff, which was cool. But yeah, he made way more money than I did. I think he might have doubled what I made. But he just didn't get the income based on different stipulations, qualifications. He missed certain requirements for his qualification that kept him from getting that position. I had everything already unlocked, but I would have rather took the money. I would have rather took the money. I didn't need no recognition. I want the money. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's the whole point of what I'm doing. The Connector's Handbook was just something that I used, or I am using, as a way to leverage starting that conversation. And it was from us having different experiences. We go look at cars, we go shopping, we look at houses or whatever. How many salespeople do we meet that's just horrible at it? Quite a few. And my thing is, I just want to make them at least see, like, okay, I'm horrible here. Maybe I can fix this and sharpen this skill, because it is a skill. Meeting people and connecting with people is a skill.
Socializing. Like socializing.
Yeah, well, not necessarily socializing. Networking and socializing is 2 different things.
How so?
Because socializing is just you having fun. So we just hanging out, chilling or whatever, that's cool. Like if we just hung out and went to the movies and got food like we normally do, that's socializing. We meeting people while we out, that's cool. When you networking, you're going out to meet people with a purpose. So I'm specifically going out to say, me and him need to connect, or me and him need to connect, or me and you need to connect for whatever it is that you do that would be beneficial to me or beneficial to you that I do. To have that, create that give and take relationship so that we can kind of add some value to each other.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Where would you say that you see the most, like, where you connect with people the most? Like, whether it be daily life or like events
like
that you
event,
go to?
yeah. Or like an online, like a post, something like that.
I don't really connect with people online much because a lot of times people fake online.
Like a bot or a
Well, that too, but no, I mean like people. No, that happens.
Bots.
Yeah, dude, you know how many times I got my Instagram account duplicated? Like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I see that.
those is bots and scammers, bro. Them ain't people.
Scammers definitely.
Yeah, but no, I feel like for what I do, I probably make the best contacts at business events, but I still meet people haphazardly. Just, I don't know why. When I'm out and about, people just, if we have a conversation, they just want to tell me their whole life story all of a sudden. So it's easy to meet people, and with me having a high ticket product, well, the book is not high ticket. The book is only $27, $20 if you get it from me directly. So with it being a low ticket item, that I can meet people anywhere and they'll want to buy that book, depending on what we talk about. But for my mastermind program, that I can meet people haphazardly like that, and they may want to get involved. But I think the biggest thing is going to a specific place where people already have money. Like a person with money is already expecting to make an investment somewhere to get whatever skill that they're lacking. And typically, they're lacking the skill I have. So they wouldn't mind paying me 10 G's to do whatever it is they can learn from me. And then get in that community of people who also spent that or invested that kind of money and be able to create that same environment of getting other business networks involved, because it's people that you would kind of trust on a certain level. Like it's a certain ethic, it's a certain ethnical value to it because you have a commonality. We spending money is cool. Like when we go play ball, you connect with people who are hoopers. Now, how many people you know that you cool with that play football?
I don't even play football, so
I'm just saying, but that's my point though. Like everybody that's in your sphere of network or your sphere of influence, they are ball players. They don't play football. Every now and then you might have one or two dudes come through that hoop that's actually good, and it's like, okay, you know, he cool because he can play basketball, but he a football player, and it works. So you don't charge it to him. But typically, most football players ain't coming to hoop with us. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not happening. So it's really that just understanding the dynamic of that relationship when you get into those communities. So the Atlanta trip, going to Atlanta to meet those folks who are in the health and wellness industry in a town or a city where it's heavily pushed, like that would have been a good look, and it's still a good look because I'm quite sure that's not the only one. There's probably other joints going on, but getting to them kind of events, you want to get into those events so you can see what's working for who.
So pretty much what you were saying earlier, pretty much through you, like the little groups are created to be big groups in your giant industry.
As far as networking?
Like connecting and making bigger groups.
Oh, okay, got you. Expanding the, okay. That's part of it. It's just.
Oh, also, my question is, how did you go from selling cards and stuff like that to then connecting with people? Like where did you go to connect with those three people to make that big industry that we was talking about?
Oh, you mean a big business?
Yes.
We were already, again, we had a certain level of rapport with each other. We already knew each other from different distant businesses. So because we were all kind of a part of the same community, how network marketing works is simply this. You take a product and you introduce it to a network of people, right? You introduce it to a group of people. So depending on who's doing what, somebody will be massively successful, right? So when that successful person is finished building that business and he decides to go do something else, a lot of people will know and want to get involved however they can get involved. So I was able to build that business, not because I was a big name, it was who I was connected to. My business coaches was big names. And it was cool for me to reach out to them, connect them with some of the people who wanted to get involved. And for that, we will all end up working together because we created a certain level of commonality. So the first time I created a 6-figure business, I did it in less than 30 days. Turn that off. We're recording. Turn the volume, put it on silent or something, because we having a whole recorded situation here.
Airplane mode?
Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, like my business coaches was like 7-figure dudes. So the first person I started working with was another 6-figure earner from a different company. And I think because of his influence, what I noticed was a lot of people in my industry know how to build businesses, but they only build them slow. So it took him forever to get to that level. So him getting a 6-figure income, it took him 4 or 5 years to do that. Now, working with the people that I was working with, he could do it in 6 months. So that was the change up. And he's like, okay, well, I need to figure out what they got going on that I can get with them and we can do something good. So that's how I was able to recruit him, connect him with my business coach. My business coach was like, look, I'm in Houston, you in LA, but either way, we can work together. Just work through Drew and use Drew for whatever you're doing. So he was like, okay, cool. We got to rocking, we doing conference calls, we doing events, and everything happened real quick. It took me like maybe 2.5 weeks to build the business. So it wasn't that long, but I say within a 30-day window, because I mean, it's believable, but the truth of the matter was it only took me 2.5 weeks. And from that, we was able to open up different networks because he was connected to a bunch of different people. So every person you know is connected to somebody else who's connected to somebody else. And your goal is to kind of see how you can walk down that path of being connected to whoever they're connected to so that you can build your business. But the thing is, you can't turn them off in the process. And that's what a lot of sales professionals end up doing. They turn people off when it comes to business. Like, if I was just like, hey, give me all your money, I want you to buy this product. Right. Now, if you don't want the product, why should you be forced to buy it? Now, if it's something you want, my goal is to influence you enough to say, this might not be what you want right now, but let's make sure we get you this product at a certain time, or let's do it a certain way, or whatever, to make it beneficial. Now you're like, okay, that makes sense, I can handle that. But if it's something that you're really not interested in, you're not looking to spend no money. So that's what a lot of dudes, that's where I come in. I teach you how to not be so thirsty. Not to be so thirsty, because boys be killing it with the different, stuff that they do. So a lot of cats that turn me off. Even dudes I know personally that I grew up with that are in business right now and sales. And I ain't gonna say no names. You know them, but like, you ain't gotta hound me to buy no product, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just, people just don't understand that they don't understand what true sales professionalism is about. They feel like they have to take their product or their service and shove it down your throat. No, that's not gonna work.
If I wanted it, bro, I'd buy it.
Right, that's a fact. And my thing is, I buy high-end brands. They not calling me like, yo, Drew, come buy our stuff.
Right, bro, they just letting me.
Yeah, like, they don't care whether they give my money or not.
That's a fact, bro.
They don't care. But when I give it to them, they're ready for it. And they're not worried about whether I'm doing anything or not. Why? Because they have a large network. Gucci got a mean network, bruh. They got stores in different big cities all around the world. They don't care if little old me from Buffalo, New York, buy a belt, buy a shirt, buy anything from them. They don't care.
That's like a penny.
Yeah, they don't care at all because their network is large enough. So I want people to start thinking on the scales of a brand that's that big. You like PlayStation, right?
Of course.
Do you think PlayStation is worried about whether or not you buy the new PS5 or not?
Probably not.
I can tell you right now, they are not worried about you. They probably have no clue you even exist, bro. They don't even know your name.
They definitely want people to buy it.
They want people to buy it, but they're not hounding people who already have it or already have had PlayStation at some point. They may drip on y'all. They send y'all information. They'll send y'all emails if they got your PlayStation ID or whatever.
I want that PS5. Give me a PS5.
Yeah, it's nice. I'm just saying, like, it's a whole marketing ploy. Now, my whole point, there's another thing. Have y'all ever seen them make commercials for the PS5 before it came out?
Nah, they don't need to.
They don't need to.
The network is all around the world.
Exactly. So you was hearing about the PS5 word of mouth before it even came out anywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when you start to think like a big business or like a big brand, when you handle your business that way, it's easy to make money. I think my mentor said, if you treat it like a business, it'll pay you like a business. If you treat it like a hobby, it'll pay you like a hobby. And there's too many people who are in sales or are entrepreneurs, and they treat their businesses or their careers like hobbies.
And they gonna make hobby money.
That's a fact. Hobby money ain't a lot.
Ain't no money.
Yeah, that ain't a lot. You want some big money. You want business money. Businesses is making bread. Even if they ain't super profitable, a lot of them is still making money. And the profit is just basically what your expenses to revenue is.
Okay,
like whatever's left over.
Get this. Tell me, is an entrepreneur or a business person's all-time goal to be the biggest person in the world? That they have networks all around the world?
Not all the time. No, it's more so you want to have a large market share. So they want to get whoever's in that industry to be involved with their product. Like, if I know y'all coffee drinkers, right? And I own Tim Hortons, I don't need to make everybody in the world drink Tim Hortons coffee.
Right.
There's 7 billion people on the planet. But if I can snatch about maybe 100 million, even 1 billion people drinking my coffee, I'm probably living good. Because even if the coffees was $1, I got 1 billion people around the world buying a coffee from me every day. That's $7 billion every day.
Right.
Or if I got 1 billion people buying a coffee for $1. That's $1 billion every day, but that's $7 billion for the week.
Mm-hmm.
And then like a month, that's like 30 billion.
28.
They buy like what, 2-3 coffees a day?
That's a fact.
Facts. So you getting more than
You're getting more than that, but I'm just saying, if everybody just bought 1 cup, I don't need 7 billion people. If I can take 1 billion,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? And that's how you scale it down. You can get it to, that's what I was telling you the last conversation about working backwards.
Mm-hmm.
If you know your overall number is here, this is the overall number, that's what the market looks like. I just want to grab this piece, this small piece right here, so how do I get to this small piece?
Mm-hmm.
And that's how you strategize your whole business plan. And when you do that, it makes the business a lot simpler because you know who you need to connect with and who you don't need to connect with.
So then so what I'm guessing is, do you want to have more businesses in every city around the world?
Not necessarily. It depends, because now you're tapping into some different concepts, different philosophies when it comes to business.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's not a bad thing. I would say it's a good thing, but you have to be able to supply whatever the demand is. And supply and demand is a tough concept for a lot of people to really truly understand.
Like what would that mean, like supply and demand?
Well, I'll just give you a brief description of it because it's too detailed for me to really go into. But supply and demand is just saying a bunch of people want this particular thing, so the demand for it is high. The supply of it is the other side of it. So how many of this particular thing can we give that market who wants that thing? So it's a balance that has to happen. Like, let me see your phone. Okay. Okay, so let's say this is the scale. The keys are the supply, the phone is the demand, right? Okay. So what we don't want to happen is the supply to go up and the demand for it goes down. What happens is the value goes down. If it's too much of one thing, that means it ain't worth nothing, right? So everybody can get it. So the price of it gonna be low. Now, what we want to do is have the supply to be kind of low and the demand to go up.
So you can raise the price.
So you can raise the prices. So now, this would normally cost, let's say it's $1,000, but because the demand for it is so high because everybody wants it,
Oh, it's like 5,000.
the supply is low, the demand is high, they're gonna pay 5 G's for it. Like iPhones. If iPhones was a limited supply, iPhones would probably be like 5 G's a phone because it's a limited supply.
Especially since everybody already got iPhone.
Exactly.
They don't want to go to Samsung or Android. So
Yeah.
I'll pay $5 for an iPhone.
That's what I'm saying. Because you gotta, again, it's a bunch of other philosophies for business that you tapping into. Because now you tapping into people's desires to want the best of whatever is out there.
So
So
then, is that how you trade the market?
that's not trading. That's part of it. Trading, supply and demand is involved in trading. But no, we're not talking about trading. We're talking about just regular business concepts.
Yeah, brother. Feel me?
Regular business concepts. This is not about trading. This is not about none of that. Even though those are concepts that's included in it, but it's not. That's not all of it. Did you have any other questions, or you have any other questions? You done for the day, all right?
I don't have any questions.
I don't think that's nine.
Okay, cool. Well, I guess that concludes the father and son bag talk. Yeah, on the Connectors Corner. Definitely appreciate you guys. Definitely appreciate you guys. My guys, they're my guys. Real smart dudes. Well, welcome to the Connectors Corner, and we're going to conclude our bag talk session with father and sons, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Believe bigger, or dream bigger, believe better, and expect greater. Peace out, y'all.